Hello, boys of 12th. I welcome you. Today, I will teach you first chapter, Harappa civilization, Indus Valley civilization, Harappan culture. Okay, boys. Now, before coming to the main point, coming to the topic, you have to understand what's a civilization. And this civilization was called River Valley Civilization, Indus, on the name of Indus River, Indus Valley Civilization. And many other civilizations also flourished at the same time. They were contemporary to the Indus Valley civilizations. Those were in China, Wango River Civilization, Egypt, Nile River Civilization, and Iraq civilization of Babylonia that was flourished on the bank of Tigris and Euphrates. So these civilizations were also called as the river valley civilizations. Why those civilizations were called river valley civilizations? Because these were the earliest civilizations and have been flourished on the bank of river. Why those have been flourished on the bank of river, you know very well. Later on you will come to know. It's an important question because water is available to them. Water is essential for the life, and rivers are the easiest way for transportation and for also to irrigate the lands for the agriculture. That's why. And now the main thing is, what do you mean by civilization? What is civilization? Usually, a very common definition is about the civilization: advanced stages of life is termed as a civilization. Now, what components come under the advanced stages? These are as follows: a proper development of society and political system, social system, economical system. Means there should be a proper system of trade, and two most distinguished features were emergence of cities and development of the art of reading and writing. And when these things, human beings have developed into the period of history, since then the period of history begins and also a civilization begins. Before that, the period is known as a prehistory, and history starts from there. Means civilization also starts from there. The most important aspects of that: emergence of cities and art of writing and reading. Boys, during the period of Chalcolithic age, what happened? Human beings have developed everything, but these two things they have not developed: reading and writing, and cities. Okay, so that's why it's a very important for the civilization. Usually we call it all over the world. Usually we call it, okay, people who belong to city, who live in city, and they are called civilized. People who lived or live in villages, they are not considered as civilized compared to the people of cities. In the beginning, people of city, they were called Nagrik, citizen, in Urdu Shahri, because up to some extent they were given rights, and they participated in the political affairs, and that's why even the citizen they were called. So now come to the point. Here you understood what's the significance of city, how cities have been developed, and in what way the period of civilization begins. So now, boys, what happened? The people all over in many parts of the world, people have developed many things, but did not develop these two things. When they develop at any part of the world, then the period of civilization begins. So now you will be surprised to know, and you will be very happy to know that cities have been developed in many other civilizations, but in Harappa culture, in Indus Valley civilization, this what type of cities have been developed, that's beyond compare. And they developed magnificent cities, well developed cities. And students, when they came to know about the different aspects of urban life, they were surprised to see how in those days, in the beginning of the period of civilization, so beautiful cities they have developed, so facilities they have developed, they had developed. So in this into this context, reading about the Harappan culture, Harappan cities, it's very important, and this makes us feel pride about the achievements of our ancestors. So now we start the chapter, that's Harappa culture, Harappan culture. Harappan culture, you know, boys, historians, they believed the period started BCE, before Common Era, 1600 to 2600 years ago. And first of all, the remains of Harappan culture were found in Harappa. Hence it was called Harappa civilization and Harappa culture. Now you have to understand what's the culture. What is culture? The culture has been defined in a particular geographical area, the distinctive lifestyle. Distinctive lifestyle. This includes. This is given in your book. You read it and you memorize it, but it has not been explained. That's why you have to understand what things come under distinctive lifestyle. It's not in the book. I make you understand. This includes particular type of religious faith, custom and traditions, trading systems, technologies of agriculture, domestication of animals, and their relations with their cultural life and general life, day-to-day life. So all these things are the part of culture. So that's why the culture varies civilization to civilization, and varies according to the geographical features. So now see here, the Harappan culture, it is an important question and carries 1 mark. 1 mark questions are very important to obtain highest marks. Note down, write down, and underline this line. Harappan culture has been divided into 3 categories: pre-Harappan culture, matured Harappan culture, and later Harappan culture. Pre-Harappan culture, before the development of all aspects of civilization and culture, some characteristics have been developed by the people. So those areas were defined as a pre-Harappan culture, and later on, at the same places, cultural aspects developed, reached at a climax. Then that period was known as a matured Harappan culture. Later on, it was declined, and this was called later Harappan cultures. This is an important question. You write down and you underline. It's also in the book. And that's a culture. What's a culture? Definition of culture, and different kinds of Harappan cultures. And in the book, it is given in which places, how many sites of pre-Harappan culture, matured Harappan culture, and later Harappan cultures. At which places these have been found? These sites have been found. You see in the box, chart is given, and you have to memorize it. Now, boys, we come to the another point. The first topic, that's a brick, bone, and bits. Now, see here. Harappan culture, this came into light when railway track was being laid, and Mr. Alexander Cunningham, he played an important role in discovering the sites of Harappa, and he was first general of the Archaeological Survey of India. Actually, he set up the Archaeological Survey of India. Later on, Rakhal Das Banerjee, he also worked hard in this field in discovering the sites of Harappa, and also he studied and brought many and presented many informations related to the different sites of the Harappan culture. So first of all, we start what type of crops they produced. They produced millet and sesame, undals, and peas, and different things, and in a they produced two crops together, and how did they irrigate their lands? And there were three ways they irrigated their lands. They used canals. Many canals have been many canals have been found, and wells. And at Gujarat, in Gujarat, at Dholivida, water reservoir has been found. This shows that they were aware and they developed a technique of water reservoirs, and they used to irrigate the lands. And one other important thing, what type of animals they had domesticated. They domesticated, or what type of animal they knew about the how many types of animals, and what type of animals they had domesticated. First, you see goat, deer, crocodile, and even the ox. They knew very well. Even the remains of fishes were found. You could see here, and apart from this, the existence of rice. It's a rare. Although they knew about that, but it's not so common. But it's not found at larger scale. Historians didn't see the remains of rice at large scale at everywhere. It was not so common. And regarding, they also knew the process how to use ingredients, especially spices. Different types of querns have been found. Querns, चक्की वो क्वेरेंट्स कहते हैं, क्वेरेंट्स, शैडल क्वेरेंट्स. एंड तुमको जानकर आश्चर्य होगा बॉयज कि जो हमारे यहाँ सिलवट और जो हमारे यहाँ जो सिलवट और जो पीसने के लिए जो लोढ़ा होता था, तो इसका इस्तेमाल जानते हो आज का नहीं है. द पीपल ऑफ हड़प्पन कल्चर्स दे हैड बीन यूजिंग, दे न्यू दैट two types of querns have been found. One long Okay, and second is little smaller. So that was used to ponder the spices, and big one for the other purposes. You see, pictures have been given in the book, and you see and you will recognize. The second one was so important and so useful when directors he was working. He was discovering. He was discovering his cook. He asked him, "Sir, you give me. I would say how they used it, and I like to use it." And he used it. Then students they realized it. Still, it was very useful. Still, it's very useful, and they adopted this technique. Here, there is a hypothetical question. This type of using the ancient things in present day, in present era, is it good way to understand the past? You write your answer and give your logics to support your answer. You have to say yes, it's a good thing. Because of that, when we do it, and we see the result, and we see how it functions, and this helps us to understand and to shape the history of that time. That's why it's a very good, it's a useful, and students have been doing it, and yes, it should be done, and we could do it. Boys, later on we'll discuss about the planning system of Harappan culture. Earlier I said you in terms of urbanization and in terms of planning, Harappan culture, it's a beyond compare, and it's a very distinctive and very exclusive, very specific. I will discuss about it in next period. Okay, bye. Thank you.